Hi guys, once again, it's a warm welcome to you watching Daily Trends on Pinax News. As usual, this is the only platform that will make you aware of any information that is ongoing currently. We all have heard about the divorce concerning Korra Obidi and Jane Dian's marriage. Currently on social media, they have become the people that we mostly talk about, especially when it comes to the divorce sector, about any relationship. Currently, we know Korra Obidi to be a dancer, and how these two met was in a wonderful way as they met on social media. And today, I'm here to give you about the 8 facts concerning their relationship, of which I know you'll be very keen about any information that I bring to you. So, first of all, what their relationship was about. The first fact about them is that they met on their Tinder dating app. That was where she was teaching the language through dance in Shanghai in China. We know when you go to China, there is a place called Shanghai, and that was where she does a lot of things on social media where she teaches people how to dance and even with the language. So with that app, that is the Tinder, she was able to that was where her husband came to meet her there, and they decided to go out. So from there, they become husband and wife. So the next fact about their relationship is that Dane has come on social media to blame Korra Obidi quest for fame as the cause of the crash of their marriage. We know how celebrities suffer behind the scenes anytime they are into relationship or when they venture into the act of partnership, because people outside the world feel that they are supposed to be the top notches that we are supposed to be learning from, and so therefore anything that they portray lively on social media are what are being portrayed to them. So with the husband's fact about this, he says that the fame of his wife is what crushed their marriage, as she wasn't getting enough time for him, and also the said duties of a wife were taken away from her. Moving on to the third factor about what led to their divorce is as a result that their husband came to say that he became a prisoner in the family, and it was used against him if he does anything contrary to what Korra Obidi's likes are for. We know when the time comes in a relationship where the woman has some upper hand over the man, that is, she is more influential, and also, with being the life of a celebrity, combining both parenting and the submissiveness is not really portrayed. So according to Jen, he came to say on social media that his said wife is using that as a blackmail to him. And so anytime he does anything, the only thing the lady does is go to the extreme of asking for a divorce. And whenever the lady says that, he also with a trembling decides to stay in his lane and also make sure that anything that the lady is talking about would be something that wouldn't affect him in any positive way. Well, let's move on to the next fact, which shows to the crash of the marriage. That is the fourth factor about them, is that Korra had slammed her husband for constantly using the affair against her when he claimed he had forgiven her. We know coming down the line, reading about Korra Obidi and her husband, we realized that these two were not really into the relationship, as each passing day that comes on social media, another information as to what has led to one thing to another. And this time around, she says that one of the factors that led to this was as a result that the husband has always been using that as constantly shaming her. According to her, she says that the husband has always been coming on social media to say that she is into extramarital affairs, and this she wasn't doing it alone, but some people that are very prominent people in the society, that the husband dared to bring them on social media, and anytime they discussed about that, the husband, who says he has forgiven her, still used it against her. And you know how it feels when somebody says, I have forgiven you, yet refers to anything that you have done in the past against you, using it one way or the other just to tarnish you or make you feel inferior or very bad. Guys, the number fifth point about the facts concerning what led to the divorce of these two is as a result that after an apology, Nigerians came on social media to lambast Jen that he was using that as a medium to generate more people to come and follow him. We know that anytime that you are into this celebrity lifestyle, people really want to venture into what you are up to, and they really want to know every details that concerns any daily activity that you portray there on social media. And so according to Nigerians and people that are very close to these two, we know Korra Obidi happens to be a dancer. She's not just a dancer, but also a teacher of languages. Like I earlier mentioned to you that she was doing this, and that was through how the husband got in contact with her. And so Nigerians has come to say that the fact still remains that even though he has come on social media to blackmail the wife, yes, but he was still using those means as a source to generate things for he himself. And as a result, he was rather expanding his followers on social media, especially on Instagram. And this also has made people to guarantee the fact that it was all boiling down to the fact that indeed Dien had every right to go into the relationship or brought it to an abrupt end. Now, the number six factor concerning what led to the divorce as a result that Justin Jane has come on social media to accuse his wife that Korra Obidi, like I earlier mentioned, was cheating in the relationship. And this time around, he came to say that he was cheating with no other than the main record board, that is Don Jazzy. And even the screenshots that they had secretly in the marriage or as she was having a chat with Don Jazzy, and the husband has come to say that anything that she comes on social media to blast about these two, he will be able to bring it to the public domain. And so Don Jazzy should make sure that they do not do anything contrary. Now, the number 7 point, or the number 7 factor that led to their divorce is, as the wife said, indeed, she berated him for demeaning words in her face. That is, even when their kids were around. And you know how it feels that it's not everything that we are supposed to make our kids or the younger ones to be aware about. But yeah, is the case that Jane decided, that is Korra Obidi's husband, decided to do it even in the face of the kids, and that alone made the woman to feel very bad about the whole issue. Besides, they didn't even know what daddy was all about unless he comes to tell them that this exactly what's ongoing, and so they should also be cautious that their mother is somebody that isn't trustworthy. Now, the last point or the last factor that led to the divorce that we've no longer heard about anything concerning coming back together is when just 6 days after she gave birth to their second born, that he came on social media to say that enough is enough. According to him, he says that for the past years that they have been in the relationship together, he actually has been controlling himself in order not to disgrace the wife because of her lifestyle that she portrays on social media and how she goes about her duties. Well, just recently in an interview that has been coming on the social media, that is on YouTube, we realized that there were some people that were talking about where her PA came to make some instances that even in her DMs, there were people that were inboxing her with some profanity, where they even went to the extent of asking her to lay in bed with them, which of course she would, as a married woman, decline any of that. But because the husband didn't have any source of faithfulness in the wife, he also just drew the concluded line and therefore decided to adhere to anything that he saw on social media. And this was what actually led to what the breakup about these two, Korra Obidi and her husband, Jane Dowd. So these are the 8 facts that led to the divorce of the two. Thank you for your time, and don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms. My name is AA. It's a bye for now.